All right, got in the habit of trying to carry the microphone and stuff with me, so wherever I'm at, when I get thoughts, I can try to share them with you. So I don't know how well this will pick up, but hopefully it'll pick up all right. I moving around on these cloudy, wet days in the woods is really good. It helps keep your scent down, and you can move through the woods quietly. And there's been some problem with some coyotes around here, so I thought I'd come out and see if I might be able to dispatch a couple coyotes for the local farmers. Anyways, sitting here, I was reminiscing back to some different messages that I'd heard preached over the years, and I wanted to try to share a thought with you that just really done me good when I thought about it. Uh, the eagle. The eagle isn't just the American bird. It's considered to be one of the most powerful birds in so many different ways, and I'm very thankful that they chose the eagle for the American bird because it's certainly fitting for our country. Um, but something you might not know about eagles um, is the fact that uh, they have to grow, and they go through something called a molting stage that I wanted to share with you. Eagles learn to fly, but before they get into full adulthood, they they go into what's called a molting. And typically, what happens is they'll go deep into a low valley or a canyon, a place where it would be hard for a predator to get to them. And while they're down there, their feathers begin to fall out. Their beak begins to crust over to where they can't eat or drink. And their body begins to kind of transform into an adult stage. Um, and why that's important to me, and what I hope that I can share with you today, um, is how important that growing is. We've all heard growing pains. We've all endured growing pains. And if you hadn't, your time's coming. Um, they're just part of life. And these eagles will stay down in that valley for days. And then the adults will begin to fly high over top of them, over that valley. And they will begin to cry down to those younger eagles. They'll hunt, they'll kill, and they'll drop meat down for them. And they give those young eagles everything they need to survive. But a lot of those eagles won't make it. They won't come through. The molting is kind of like a depression. It's a severe growing pain that takes so much out of the eagle that some eagles never come out. They never break through. But when those eagles have gone through that for a few days, the older eagles again will begin to drop food, and they'll begin to scream at the top of their lungs down into that valley. And I can almost hear the cry of that mother and that father eagle crying down to that young eagle going through this such a great depressing valley, as if they were saying, get up, get up, get up, get going, eat. And that eagle has to come to a place where he'll begin to rub and peck his beak against rocks and break off that crust to where it can open its mouth again and begin to eat the food that the older eagles have dropped for them. and begin to drink of the water and draw strength, and their wings begin to get strong again. Their feathers grow back stronger and thicker. And there's been times in my life that I've kind of felt like that young eagle, going through such a valley or going through such a growing pain that I didn't feel like I could make it. I didn't think that I was going to make it. And my family and my friends, they saw that I was struggling. They saw that I was going through something. And it didn't really seem that they could say anything that helped me. But when I began to listen to the cries of the Lord as if He was screaming down to me, get up. This is not going to last forever. This is not where you belong. You belong in the sky. You belong flying above the troubles. We're always going to face troubles. We're always going to have hard times. We're always going to have to hunt for that next move of God in our lives. But God did not mean for us to stay in the valley forever. Yes, there's things we're going to have to endure. Yes, there's troubles, there's depressions, there's anger, there's heartache. But we can overcome. We can get through this. It takes us listening for the Father, hollering down through His Spirit, get up, get up. I've given you what you need. You just have to take it in your hands. Begin to eat, begin to drink, begin to draw close to me, and I will draw close to you. That's what He says. He says, draw unto me. And if we're willing to draw unto Him, He is even more willing to draw down unto us, to lift us up in those times that we need. You may be going through that valley. You may be going through that depression. You may be going through that growing pain of life, not knowing where you fit in or why things are the way they are. But this is an opportunity for you to get up and say, no, by faith I will trust in my Father, and He will meet my needs some way, somehow. It's a chance for you to test what He said. Give me your problems. Give me your burdens. Give me the heartache that you're going through. Let me help you. Let me encourage you and draw you up. Let me give you what you need to grow strong and to overcome this valley. Today, I hope that you'll do that. I hope that this thought will one day, if you're going through something like that you'll pull this back up and say, I can. Because He loves me, He can. I want to share one last thought with you before I go, and it's been a very discouraging thought for me at times. I've struggled to understand. A man that I know, his mom had cancer, and his dad was a preacher, and the mom died of cancer, and the dad, even though he was a preacher, became so depressed, so distraught over the fact of losing his wife. He questioned, why? Why, God? Why? My wife was a good woman. Why? And he took his own life because of it. And I struggled with understanding, why would you do that? Why would you not trust God? There's times where spiritually we have to be tested, and the test seems almost impossible to pass. And there's been times that for a week or two, I allowed that test to go on until finally I said, I can't go on anymore. I can't do this anymore. And I said, God, I'm giving it to you. And if you're going to help me, then help me. And if not, just take me on out of this world. I've got a better place to go. You promised me heaven. No, I didn't mean I was going to take my life. I just couldn't do it anymore, and I was tired of trying. And when I look back at the trial that I was going through, when I look back at what I was going through, I learned so much. I grew so much. And I've tried to encourage people when they go through something like this. And I'm trying here again today with you. You can get through this. You may not think that you can. And a lot of people may not be able to make it through what you're going through right now. But you can get through this. By the grace of God, by trusting in God, you can. Please reach out to me. Give me your testimonies. Again, my email is countrybbt1@gmail.com. I'd love to hear what the Lord's doing for you. If need be, just drop me a line and say, hey, Brother Chad, I need some prayer. Would you keep me in prayer? And I'd gladly do that. If you like what you've heard, if you've enjoyed the videos, please subscribe to this channel. Please share this channel with your friends and your brothers and sisters. Now, I'm certainly not trying to take any away from any church. It's your church, and the church is an important place to grow and experience and help each other out. Please consider the thoughts that I share with you. Try to allow these thoughts to work in your life. I really want to see you come to know the Lord like I'm trying to come to know Him. Please keep me in your prayers. Until next time, thanks for being with us. Good Lord willing, we'll see you soon. Bye.